right, let me get your first and last name, please, and spell it.
Okay, I'm Don Mosier, M-O-S-I-E-R, and I'm chair of the San Diego River Park JPA board, and I'm also a council member for the city of Del Mar.
Okay, and tell me about why you're here today.
Well, I'm here to support keeping the boardwalk. This boardwalk and the restoration of this wetlands area was approved by the Coastal Commission in November 2013 with the boardwalk intact. And it was only later that the Coastal Commission staff changed the condition to ask for the removal of the boardwalk. So that wasn't a public hearing, and everyone was surprised by that staff recommendation. So when the JPA board heard about this, we opposed that decision because the boardwalk is such a valuable educational resource, and the recommendation of the staff was that removing the boardwalk would get rid of an additional, would allow it an additional 1 acre of wetlands restoration. Well, this is a big 9-acre area. That 1 acre wasn't worth it. I got to turn off my cell phone.
I actually didn't hear it.
Okay, let's keep going.
So that's you don't think that give and take is worth it, a 1 acre for removing the boardwalk?
No, I don't. And you know, there was no real discussion at the Coastal Commission hearing, you know, last week about mitigation for removing the boardwalk. If it's just 1 acre of impact, or we think it's actually less, the boardwalk's about 1/4 of an acre, then the JPA can mitigate that impact by finding other wetlands to restore. So we think that the staff didn't really consider alternatives. What they recommended was moving this boardwalk over next to Jimmy Durante on the other side of the wetlands restoration. That doesn't make sense. That interferes with the Coast to Crest Trail. It's also a very unpleasant location for a nature boardwalk because it's right next to a very busy street. You can imagine during the fair season, there's literally thousands of cars going 20 feet from this relocated boardwalk. So that doesn't make sense. So we were really disappointed with the Coastal Commission staff because they didn't consider alternatives. They didn't consider the impacts of moving the boardwalk.
So what is your plan to, I guess, is it a matter of convincing the Coastal Commission that they need to reconsider this?
That's our current strategy. We want to convince them that they need to reconsider this decision. It was a tie vote, 5-5. We think that's such a close vote that they should consider other options and the impacts of this and reconsider what we think is a very bad decision.
And how would you, I guess, make that happen? I mean, are you encouraging people to...
Well, there's a formal appeal process, and the River Park JPA board voted yesterday to start that appeal process. We've got 30 days to file an appeal for reconsideration, and that process started yesterday. So by April 11th, we will have an appeal for reconsideration before the Coastal Commission.
And do you need people to be active, to let the Coastal Commission know, to sign petition?
Absolutely. The more people support keeping the boardwalk, the better. At the last Coastal Commission hearing, we had 1,000 letters supporting keeping the boardwalk and 2 suggesting removing it. You know, let's increase that to 2,000. I mean, the more support we get, better. There's so many people that use this trail and enjoy it and experience, you know, the restored lagoon that will lose this, you know, this wonderful feature. We think public should rise up and say the Coastal Commission made the wrong decision this time.
Very good. Thank you.